Okay, we should be live. Hello, what's up, everybody? How you doing? How you feeling? How's your balls? I'm here with my boy Donny.
Howdy.
Cool. And I just made sure I didn't have one of those moments where you setting up like a live stream and you forgot to mute the stream on your end, so like 5 or 6 seconds later, all of a sudden you start hearing it like echoing in your head. I caught it that time. I caught it. Because I am a professional. So welcome everybody to my Serious Fascinating People, where patrons who hit like the top tier, and I get to sit down, I get to interview you, because in my job, very commonly everybody gets to learn a lot about me, sometimes more than you wish you knew. But I never get to learn anything about you guys, and this is my chance, so really this is for me. So, yeah, that's how that whole thing works. And I just realized if I have, Donny, I have your face in this monitor, but then in this monitor, and if I look at this monitor, it looks like I'm looking at you.
All right.
And I'm much more comfortable with that. I like this. It looks good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and...
Yeah!
Shoot on.
That's awesome. Oh, that makes me
had to
so
run
happy.
home and get it, so...
I've asked a couple of people before, how is the shirt quality of those?
Oh, it's great. I love it.
Is it? Okay, good.
Oh.
I just got the delay. I just got to see it again over on that screen now. That's so great. I'm very pleased.
If I didn't work in elementary school, I'd wear it every day. Like, wear it to work, but...
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I can show this to kids.
Yeah, yeah. It's, how do you explain that one, you know? You see, Timmy, chi is the metaphysical energy, the life force, if you will, from ancient Chinese and other culture mythology. And balls, well, those are those shrivelly little empty things that you're gonna fill up later when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. All right, so let's get the elephant out of the room, out of the way. Otherwise, this is gonna be a horribly uncomfortable conversation.
All right.
So the Vikings won today.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm. That's your team, isn't it?
Yes, they are.
God damn
from
it.
Wisconsin, so...
God damn it.
People are going to be pissed.
Yeah. The Saints are one of my 2 teams, and
I like the Saints too.
That's good.
Which is why but like if the Vikings didn't make it in, I'd probably be cheering for them or the Seahawks.
Okay, that's
just
fair.
for Russell Wilson. Yeah,
Russell Wilson's he's something special. I'm looking forward to seeing how they do today. We'll see how they do. But yeah, that's crazy.
I'll be getting updates throughout the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I don't know. It's a hell of a thing. Were you always a football fan?
Oh yeah, I grew up with sports like my entire life.
Really?
So, I think if I looked, I could probably find a picture of me at like age 3 sitting on a Vikings blanket with Vikings helmet next to me. So. Oh
shit! Okay,
that's how long I've been a Viking fan.
So that's some real sports fan legacy. Yeah. I wasn't. I was kind of a hipster about sports for a really long time. You know, like I don't like sports. Sports are for meatheads and dummies, and me, an intellectual, am into my video games and my drugs. So, it was really only later on in life when I got a chance to take a breath of fresh air, and I was like, okay, watch a football game, and instantly fell in love. So, I get it now. But yeah, for a while there, I didn't understand it. It was very strange. If somebody had explained it to me as modern day gladiator combat, I probably would have liked it more.
Oh yeah, that's how you got to do it. Make it interesting sounding.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So let's start out with. So I asked you some of these questions a million years ago because we haven't gotten a chance to do this until now.
Probably pull those up.
And I figure I hopefully get a chance to think about them a little bit, but we'll kind of go through it organically, and wherever we deviate off, whatever we do, I mean, it's as long as we're having a good conversation, who cares?
Oh yeah.
So the first one that I usually ask people is, where did you grow up and with who? It sounds like you've always been in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah. Never left. I've never left my area as far as living anywhere.
Do you mind telling me what kind of area around it is?
Very far north. On a clear day, I can see Canada.
Oh,
Across Lake Superior.
Okay. Well, at least you're not in Madison. There's something wrong with Madison.
Oh, I know. We talked about that the last time whenever I was on the Saints.
That's right. That's right. It breeds crazy women. Crazy hot.
It does.
Crazy hot. Beautiful.
Oh, especially if they go to college there. Oof.
Oh my God. Oh. Unbelievably beautiful. Crazier than a shithouse rat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, okay. So, is there a lot of bleed over with your family with Canada, or is it all?
Not really. I mean, whenever my parents were young, they always took trips up there for fishing, but none of them came from there. Everybody. My mom is a second generation immigrant, so her parents came here during the Great Depression, so we haven't been here very long.
Okay. From where?
Germany.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. Does that mean you get some home cooked traditional German foods?
Oh yeah. Every get together we have. Oh jeez, I can't even think of it, but it's all sauerkraut.
Oh yeah.
Ton of sauerkraut.
Lots of sauces, lots of sauerkraut. Dude, German food is so fucking good. So
good.
I
love it.
We today, the reason why I was a little bit delayed before we were going to do our talk today was I didn't realize how hungry I was until somebody messaged me, a buddy, and asked me to go to traditional Irish breakfast at this great Irish place, which was great. But then he told me that over on the coast, maybe an hour and a half away, is a traditional German restaurant. And now I'm like, I can't get out of my head.
Just gotta go.
Gotta go. Traditional European food is amazing unless it's Britain. Anything British is just shit. It's just trash. It's trash food.
Or it's what's Swedish. They have a whole like meal in what is it? I can't think of it. I'll remember it at some point.
Sure. I'm not saying all European food is good. There's some weird shit out there.
Oh yeah.
It's very weird stuff. The Finns, I mean, I'm mostly Finnish by genealogy. The Finns have some fucking disgusting food. Holy fuck. They really like.
Oh yeah, my dad's side of the family came from Scandinavia, so.
Oh yeah, black licorice. What is with the black licorice?
Who knows?
I don't understand. It's disgusting. Like there's plenty of really good food and drinks in Scandinavia, but the black licorice shit it's beyond me. All right. So born and raised northern Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Small town.
Small town. How small are we talking?
2,000 people at most.
Okay, that's pretty small. That's pretty small. It's not like village.
Well, and then, oh yeah, well, my mom's side of the family, who I spent most summers with, came from a town of less than 400. So.
Oh. Yeah, that's like where my dad comes from.
There was more, and there was a ton of bars.
A ton of bars?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Okay. I mean, what else? I mean, in a town that small, what else are you gonna do, honestly?
Oh yeah, there's a saying up here that there really isn't anything else to do other than party. We got one movie theater and one in our an hour radius. That's the only entertainment.
That's not bad. That's not terrible. I mean,
it's not terrible, but
it's not good either.
kind of why I want to get out of here.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
need to experience places.
Where you want to go?
I was looking at the Northwest, like up towards Portland or Seattle, or I was looking to Pennsylvania.
Ooh, what's in Pennsylvania?
I have family over there, and it's still more country, so it wouldn't be like I'm moving to a huge city. I'd still have it would
True.
be close enough, but I'm not living directly in a huge city.
That's fair. Yeah. Pennsylvania is really beautiful once you get the fuck away from Pittsburgh or yeah,
Oh
any of the
yeah,
big
I
cities.
my family's from Elizabethburg, so closer to Hershey.
Oh, closer to Hershey. Okay, yeah, no, that's oh my god,
Yeah.
it's gorgeous out there. Um,
Oh yeah.
the Pacific Northwest is great when you don't go into the cities. Like some the cities are beautiful, but they are an unmitigated fucking disaster to try and get through and to live in. Oh my god. Oh.
I remember a couple of people from the Saints Discord were talking about how like from one end to the other of Seattle, it's like a 2 hour trip.
Sometimes more. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
depending on
depends on
traffic.
yeah, depending on well, and also depending on what you want to consider an end to Seattle, you know. It's not
Oh yeah.
wide. It's
Oh, I seen a
long.
map. It's tall. Yeah.
Yeah, and it stretches like a third of the fucking state. The metro area does. It's absolutely obscene. And if you include Tacoma, which you might as well, because it pretty much it does. There's not really any stops there. Like it just all kind of bleeds together in this big, disgusting mess.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but you know, if you manage to drive half an hour east, you reach like the areas where they recorded Twin Peaks, and it's gorgeous. Small towns, massive mountains, snow covered, beautiful rivers, waterfalls everywhere. It's paradise, but you know, 30 minutes that way is like it's disgusting.
Yeah. Ugh.
So,
But I mean, the,
oh, I just realized I interrupted you.
oh, oh, I was gonna say my area is like fine growing up. Once you become like, once you get out of high school, it's like, what is there to do other than go to bars?
True.
'Cause
It's probably not a lot of job opportunities either, huh?
nothing very good. I think I have probably one of the better ones as a custodian. So
Oh yeah,
full benefits, that sort of stuff. So
that's a good job. A buddy
I
of
couldn't
mine.
pass it up. So I kind of just dropped out of school for a semester and then went back for part time starting this semester.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're working for like the school district, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a good fucking job. I had a buddy of mine who did that here in Eugene. It was really good. He liked it a lot. But he also did. I think he did.
Tough work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're cleaning up
But,
after fucking children, but you
oh
know.
yeah, but well, we also pretty. We don't have a big staff. We got one person on day shift, one person on night shift for each building. We have a high school and an elementary school.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got 300 kids in the elementary school, so it's not like we're taking care of a huge school,
Sure.
but
That's
it's
still
still
pretty
quite a bit of work.
significant. Still pretty significant. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Do. Okay. I was just checking. Somebody said something really random in the chat. Hello, chat. Hi, I hope everybody's doing really good today.
All right.
All right. Any noteworthy stories that helped shape you from your childhood?
Uh, well,
What's the worst trouble you ever got into as a kid?
oh, well, as a kid, I got into quite a few fights, like
Oh
just
yeah.
straight up fist fights.
Oh
I was
God.
I had terrible, I had terrible temper. Like, and we were a lot of sports, and so they get pretty physical.
Oh shit.
I think I went for like once I got like to fourth or fifth grade. I think I was in the office almost every other day for something.
So,
Oh yeah.
would you classify yourself as a bad kid then?
well, it was a new principal, and he had just and like he's very he was very strict. So like if you were kind of noisier in classes, you'd probably be get sent down to the office just to calm down, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I was a very rambunctious child, to say the least. But yeah, by most definitions, I would not a bad kid, but a troublemaker.
Okay. Did you like?
I didn't cause trouble for teachers per se, but I wasn't on the best terms with most kids.
Okay, okay, that's pretty fair. So, well, for an example, I was a really good kid in elementary school, and then as soon as puberty happened, I was a bad kid. Like, was there a shift, or were you always kind of like that rambunctious scrapper all the way through?
Well, I was mostly pretty well. Once I got into high school, I kind of mellowed out a bit.
Mhm.
Like as far I wasn't getting in fights, but at that time I turned into more edgy than anything.
Oh,
Where like, not really the best student. Usually, not getting on the best terms with some of the more, I want to say, left-leaning kids.
oh no.
But I also didn't get along with the right-leaning. And I'm in a very liberal area.
Okay.
If you look at the state of Wisconsin from the last election, we never changed from blue.
No, Wisconsin's pretty clear.
Oh yeah, they're especially my area way up north. We are our last election for like mayor.
Mhm.
It was either between a straight like socialist
Mm.
or a very left-leaning centrist.
Okay, okay.
We were very left-leaning, so.
Hey,
But
let's see.
what are you gonna do? Can't choose where you're born.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true. The weird part about some states is like you might be in a blue state, but if you're born in one part of the state, like there might be like a little corner pocket over here, and like you'll be raised very, very strict, like hardcore Republican, and vice versa.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, I know quite a few people like that.
yeah,
And
yeah. Like
they're
if
never in a. They're never a they're never a majority, to say the least.
Right, right. Well, like Oregon, for example, if you look at a map of Oregon, Oregon looks mostly red, but that's because Oregon is mostly desert, and so that's where all the red is.
And usually away from the cities is where you're going to get more of the conservatives.
right, and then all the big cities, like in one section and on the coast, is very blue. That's where all the population.
Oh yeah, if you look at us, it's like Green Bay, Milwaukee, Madison, and then Superior, and then my area. Those are like the main blue areas, and everything
sure.
else was red in the last election.
That makes sense. I mean, is what it is. It's cool. So yeah. I'm surprised you were that much of a scrapper, but
Oh, it was because I kind of grew up. I don't know. Well, I grew up with a twin, and it was one of those things where it was very competitive.
Oh.
So I always tried to get above the other person, which usually kind of blew over.
See now, okay. See now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Growing up with a twin, that kind of changes the whole fucking dynamic now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and it was a twin sister, so it wasn't like we were always compared, but not like in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So she would get like all the academic praise, and I'd be getting all the athletic praise.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I kind of just had to keep proving that, like, oh, I'm like a top athlete, or I'm physical.
Right. Yeah. That's
And usually that ended up being not the best way.
that's some real shit. Every fraternal twin that I know is incredibly competitive. Is she your only sibling?
I have one older sister who's how old is she now? She is 12 years older than me.
My brother's 12 years older than me.
And she's currently getting married this summer, so looking forward to that.
Congratulations. Does she still live in the area?
No, she moved to San Diego about my sophomore year of high school, so 3 or 4 years ago now.
Oh my god.
She loved she loves she had been a California girl since high school.
Okay. Have you been to visit her
She had
yet?
been saving up since. Oh yeah, I went to visit over last winter.
Fuck yeah.
I was asking about record because went record shopping in San Diego. I asked in the Discord, the Saints Discord, and on the Saints Twitch stream, any records I should get.
Okay. I don't know if I remember that. Maybe.
Oh, it was like I remember I joined the Saints Discord December 3rd after watching your stream of Viscera cleanup detail.
Okay. Yeah.
Because INS had invited me.
Oh man, that's
and
wild.
well, things didn't go great.
Yeah.
Near the end, near September, didn't quite make it a year there.
Well, wait.
And it was a lot of my fault. I was basically like in emotional tatters, in mental tatters due to my work. I was working 14 hours a day.
Oof.
And no days off for a solid month, and it's all physical work. So,
it wears.
And I wasn't seeing a therapist at the time either. So I didn't have any coping mechanisms for all the stress.
Oh sure. I mean, it'll wear you down after a while. It really will.
Oh yeah.
Like
But I'm doing a lot better now.
That's good. And I'm glad you got a chance to go down and see San Diego. Okay, so after you've been to a place like San Diego in the wintertime, like, did it ruin the cold for you, or are you still one of those, like, I love the cold Wisconsinites?
It's it's about 14, 15 degrees outside right now, and and all I wore to work today was a flannel and a t-shirt. I can't do the heat, but I can do the cold perfectly fine.
Oh my god, dude. I couldn't do it. No way.
I can do dry heat. Just not humid heat. So like San Diego in the winter it's actually not terrible because it's not an island climate. It's a desert climate, which is different. I learned about that while touring Old Town.
Yeah.
So it's a lot drier than you'd think.
It is. And like the last time I was down there, we stayed in a hotel just over the hills, so we didn't have a shot at the sea or anything like that, and it just immediately was like dry desiccated husk kind of shit. You're like, what the fuck?
It's like a
coast?
desert there.
Yeah, it's crazy. That shit's wild. I can't do it.
Yeah, my sister she just moved to a different area, but she lived in Chula Vista, just outside of San Diego. So if I wanted to go to the city, I had to take an Uber, which it's a pretty decent ways away, so it did kind of cost a good bit of money.
Yeah.
But I also that was also when I started like walking places. So I think I walked 3 miles like in one sitting, like from one place to another 4 different times out there.
Oh wow. Hell yeah. If you're gonna pick a city,
I said, I'm an athlete, so
yeah, that's true.
It wasn't bad.
I love it. I still prefer I prefer a tropical environment, man. There's nothing like it.
Well,
I'm going to Belize in May.
Certain developments happened in my my life recently since the new year. Like the last 5 days have just been shit, to say the least.
Oh no!
And so,
why?
Well, the first of the month, my girlfriend of the last 4 months or so broke up with me through text.
What a bitch!
And it wasn't. Oh, I was pretty upset. Like it was more emotionally distraught because the way she put it, she was like, "Oh, I found somebody better, and I guess we're just done." So you can kind of see how that just hit my like depression, like self-confidence, shot it right down the drain.
That'll punch you in the gut for sure. Sorry about that, man.
Well, and then on the 3rd, my card had fraudulent charges, so then I now have to wait like 10 days for a new card.
Oh God!
It hit me for $63 and sucked my account.
Well, it could have been a lot worse at least. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know how long it had been going on, so but like it was right at least I had enough so that Patreon hit, and then that hit, and I was like, okay, I should still have about $50 in my account at least.
Right.
And then and I looked and it was like negative 25, and I was like, oh boy, what happened here?
Oh Jesus. Well, fuck, man. Sorry about the girlfriend, but you know when you do decide to pull that lever and bounce to a new location, like that's the one part about moving somewhere that's got a higher population than a smaller town. A lot of dating prospects.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and I had a pretty decent discussion with somebody from the one of the mods in your Discord a while back.
Oh yeah.
From about that. They're out northwest. Iowa's wedding. We went to that.
Oh yeah.
Talked to her about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that was my original goal. Because my original plan was to move there in 2 or 3 years. Well, then I got with this girlfriend, and she lived out east. I met her. She was like her family's from Minnesota.
Okay.
But she lives out east, so I met her while she was visiting. And so I was like, well, if this goes well, maybe I'll change my plans and move out that direction. Well, and then this happens, like, well, shit, now what do I do?
Well, if you think about it now, you can do anything you fucking want.
Oh, yeah, I was saving up because most people know by now I watch anime, and I was planning on taking her to Anime Boston in July, whatever it is, or April. And, well, I was just about to get like tickets for that, like the passes, and then she broke up and said, well, that saved me like $200.
That's not bad.
At least considering considering like that would be for, plus I'd also have to get a hotel room and food and all that sort of stuff. So I'm like, well,
that's the plane.
I'll just save my vacation days and spend them. Oh yeah, plane ticket.
Oh God. Well,
plane tickets weren't actually all that bad considering it was. I found them like round trip for about $200 or so.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So that just it was a very rough start to the year.
You know what?
But it can all go up from here.
Her loss. Her fucking loss. What a bitch. Fuck that girl. Whatever. What a hoe.
Oh yeah. I was so far I'm coping fine. I haven't like fallen into a bout of just drinking and having sex. So.
Well, dude, I mean, nothing's stopping.
I have better coping mechanisms at least.
Good for you. Good for you.
Considering I'm still underage, it wouldn't be a good idea to start drinking now.
Oh yeah. Look, all I'm saying is you got a lot better coping mechanisms than I do, so kudos for that.
Oh yeah,
man.
But
okay, I didn't leave my bed for a full day after that. It was a good thing I had the whole of New Year's Day off from work. Yeah. I was not getting out of bed. I was the same way, but for a totally different reason. It's because I'm irresponsible. So all right. So you commonly have the name on Discord, Donny the Weeb Hunter. Because I know you like anime.
Yep.
I have a complicated relationship with anime for sure. But so how did you? So living in a small town in northern Wisconsin, how'd you even get introduced to anime?
Well, originally I saw the video PewDiePie did on his old account on my anime list. Okay. And one of the shows was Clonin. Okay. And I heard about it a little bit, but it's a visual novel on Steam. And I was like, well, my first introduction to visual novels was Katawa Shoujo, which, if you didn't know about that, I definitely played it when I was a teenager for the story. Definitely not for the hentai scenes.
Oh, it's a hentai.
It was tasteful. Okay. It wasn't like just fun.
It's called hentai.
It was actually very good.
And it's art.
It is art. but it was. But so I had some experience with visual novels and like a little taste of anime. I mean, I watched Pokemon as a kid for a little bit until my parents thought they were demons and said, no,
Get
that's
out.
not Christian of you.
They did not. No way. Really?
I had the first movie and one Pikachu plush, and that was it.
We're not like we.
They wouldn't let me watch Cartoon Network as a kid.
Oh my
That's how
fucking
bad it
God.
was.
Oh no. Oh no. What denomination are they?
They're Catholic, like
Oh. Okay.
Roman Catholic.
Well, I mean, if they're pretty devout Roman Catholic, I guess I could see how they might think Pokemon are demons. That's really cute. That's really funny.
It is funny, and now I have a bunch of anime shit.
Yeah.
I got a couple figures. I own a set of manga.
Haha, mom and
So
dad,
it's
I'm a
like, where
man
did I
now.
go?
I spank it to
I
Bible
think
Black.
they asked me like they were just like, so why do you like anime? And I was like, I mean, it's like most other genres of media. It's certain animes I like. It's like certain shows. It's like when we think about anime, it's either a kids show or it's softcore porn.
Yeah.
And my favorite anime is Clannad, which is like the farthest thing from either of those.
Yes. I'm vaguely familiar with Clannad, and yeah.
Like that shit. Whenever like the like climax of that show when it hit me, it hit me hard.
Sure. I grew up with anime, like, fuck, dude, Robotech, Macross, like all that kind of shit, way back when I was really young, and I loved it. I loved it for a very, very long time. I don't remember what exactly it was that made me fall out of love with anime, but it happened about 10 years ago, and I'm actually kind of sad that it did, because like I watch you guys who like your anime and get really like super into it, and I really feel like I'm missing out. You know, makes me sad.
If you watch like one show and you just hate it, it can like put you off from watching like other shows because it's like, well, I hated this one, and this kind of falls into the same category, so I might not like it.
Right.
Because I kind of reached that point where I watched a ton of anime, and then I kind of reached like I was like, okay, what do I watch next? And I picked up something, and it was like, I don't like this, and then I didn't watch it for like another month because I was like, I don't know.
Oh, you know, okay. I remember that the last thing that I tried to get into was Inuyasha. Because growing up,
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's a show, and there's like well over 100 episodes or something. It's because it was made by the same guy who made an old anime called Ranma 1/2, which I watched growing up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into this one, yeah, and it was cool, and then it was not cool, and it was really boring, and I got really annoyed because it went on way too long. It's yeah, I you know what I think it is? I don't think I'm the kind of person who can watch an anime series that lasts longer than like 15 episodes, you know?
Oh, I like those like more concise animes. I don't think I've ever like I'm trying to think if I ever watched one more than 14 or 15 episodes.
Right.
Yeah,
like
except for Trigun. That one's like 20, I think. I believe.
Oh no, Trigun is fucking awesome. It's so good.
It is. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
I love Trigun.
Cowboy Bebop was fucking amazing. Like some of these are incredible.
I haven't seen that. Because I started watching, I kind of like started to, like, after I finished Trigun, I wanted to try a couple different genres. Actually, I could probably pull up the list of animes I've watched right now on Verve. Let me think here.
I think that might be what really is the thing that killed it for me, was like too many long form, boring series.
Like they had too many filler episodes.
Yeah.
Like, if they follow, like, especially if they follow a manga, like they tend to just have a bunch of filler episodes so they can space it out with the manga.
Right.
But if they're just like on their own, I like it a lot more.
Sure.
Or if they like actually do a good job of it. Like I like understand trying to keep like stuff to the original content, like trying to keep it as concise to the like original media, like as if it's a manga.
Mm-hmm.
But something like I don't even know, like Sword Art Online is like
Sure.
87 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I hear mixed reviews about it. Like some people say it's like for kids, and some people are like, no, this is not for kids.
Right. Right.
So, and
Uh,
it's kind of like, do I want to watch it or not?
the two favorites that I had for the longest time, one was kind of a short series, Record of Lotus War, which is basically like the most epic D&D campaign ever done. It's pretty great. It's very, very easy, not too crazy. And then Vampire Hunter D, which is just a movie. It's just an anime movie. It was great. The story doesn't need to be longer than that. It's just awesome. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What are my favorite? Well, number one would be Clannad because it probably affected me the most, and B, I just have nostalgia because it's my first anime I ever watched.
Oh yeah.
Since I was like 10.
Yeah.
But it was the first one I actually got like appreciated it more than just like a kids show.
Sure.
It was like Pokemon, it was like bright colors, cute looking things, and
Did you ever have you been to an anime convention yet?
oh, I was so upset because I'm a patron of a famous cover artist of anime like songs, Amanda Lee. She goes by Lee and Lai or Amelie.
Okay.
And she was giving a talk in Wisconsin Dells the weekend of opening weekend of hunting season.
Oh no.
And hunting season is like one of those things where I cannot miss it because it is a family thing.
Right. Damn.
If you are in my family, you go hunting opening weekend. They don't care about the rest of the week, just opening weekend. That is just for hunting.
Everybody goes. Yep. Everybody goes.
But,
That's fair.
but now that I have now that I'm not going to Anime Boston, I'm thinking about possibly saving my money and going to Anime Expo or like a smaller one because I know a couple people in a different Discord are going to one in Salt Lake City,
Mm-hmm.
which is smaller. And I mean, Anime Expo last year was a complete mess.
Ew.
Lines were huge. They had earthquakes.
Oh shit.
and like, well, they just didn't. From what I know, they didn't have they didn't have enough staff for like entrances, especially if you had a bag.
Right.
Because like you were waiting like half a day just to get inside if you didn't get there at like 5 a.m.
Right. Okay. That's crazy. Wow.
And plenty of people take bags because I mean you buy stuff and you want to carry it around.
Mm-hmm. That's weird. That's super weird. I mean, maybe if they had like a bunch of threats or something like that, maybe I don't know. That's strange.
Somebody in the chat just said Elfin lied. I just started that one.
Is it good?
The first scene, it's one of those ones where I'm not going to completely spoil it, but it just shocks you.
Okay.
You don't expect it from the opening. Because the opening is a very soft opening, like it's opera music.
Okay.
And the first scene is just, caught me off guard.
Okay.
But I'm about halfway through it. I really like it so far.
Good. Awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I like really extreme things. So okay. For a long time, I was trying to learn Japanese not because I wanted to be able to understand anime, but because I wanted to understand Japanese horror movies. But I did also really like Japanese horror anime, like Devilman. I thought Devilman was the shit. But
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard decent things about it.
I don't remember if they've made multiple movies by now, but they made a movie, and we got a fan sub on a VHS. This is before you could just like internet was way too slow to download them most of the time. But it was at a local import shop in Portland, Oregon, where he would sell fan subs under the counter on VHS tapes. And I watched the very first Devilman movie, and it was disgusting. It was horrifying. It's one of the most shocking things I'd ever seen. But yeah, that's the weird thing about anime. It could be sometimes the cutest, or the funniest, or the most disgusting fucking thing you've ever seen.
What am I actually? I think my two favorite animes are like complete, like not complete opposites, but the number one is Clannad, which is definitely a sad anime. It's very drama. Because most people would probably classify it as more romance, but it's honestly more drama.
Okay.
But the next one would be Konosuba, which is straight comedy.
I don't know Konosuba. What's it about?
It's newer. I think it came out just a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I have a let's see here, Konosuba. I have a sticker on my computer on the back of it. It came out in 2017.
Okay.
So very new.
What kind of genre is it? Like fantasy, horror?
It's it's comedy.
Comedy.
But it
okay.
basically, like if you know like isekais, where you die and gets transported to another world.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of those kind of things?
No, say it again. Like say it one more time.
Why can't I hear you? Uh-oh. Oh shoot! I muted myself. There we go. Actually muted.
Say that one more time.
It's a comedy, but like if you enjoy like RPG fantasy games, you would love it because it's basically surrounding somebody who gets transported into an RPG game.
Oh, okay. That does sound fun. That sounds cool. Right on. I like that kind of shit.
It's a lot more. And I would say the humor was a lot more up my alley than like some of the more some other comedy oriented animes, because it's not like child's humor. It's a lot more young adult humor.
Oh, that's fair.
One of they also have like light novels of it, and one of the storylines is one of the characters doesn't like she's a goddess and she doesn't like people looking at her panties, so she made her panties invisible so that people can't see her panties.
Fucking anime, god damn it.
It's great. I love it.
Okay, so I have a guilty pleasure, and that is I fucking love watching hentai review YouTube. Have you ever seen this? You've seen it, haven't you?
No, I haven't, but I have seen somebody review a hentai.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking... Okay, so, like, alright. Everybody is free to express themselves any way they want to, alright? If you like something, you're passionate about something, you want to talk about it, good for you. Awesome. There's just something very specific about dudes who will get together and be like, we're gonna have a conversation about our favorite parts of this cartoon where people fuck each other. And they'll, like, describe their favorite types of tentacles.
Oh my god. The one hentai review I saw was about a very notorious hentai called Euphoria.
Oh, I know that one, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got that visual novel, and I went all the way through it, and I will never be the same.
Oh god. That's some crazy.
But now I can
shit.
say I'm stronger because I managed to make it through the whole thing. Still have no clue what's going on in it, but made it through.
Oh hey, it's Tommy from the Bronx in the chat. What's up, buddy? Yeah, dude, that's some wild ass shit. Some of that stuff's just it's a little fucking crazy, you know? It's a little weird.
Oh yeah. You gotta wonder what goes through the heads of people who make that stuff.
I mean, okay, but again, like, oh fuck. I wish I could remember the name of the channel. Because I want everybody to go and experience it, like what I experienced. But it was these two dudes who, like, once or twice a week would seriously just live stream them reviewing hentai and talking about waifus, and one of them, like, was literally holding a waifu pillow every time, like, every episode. And, like, and they can't show you any footage.
I don't have one of those yet. I can say I don't have one of those yet.
I'm
still staying with my parents.
Maybe maybe someday I'll get like a Jillian waifu pillow or something like that. That'd be fucking funny. That'd be funny as shit.
Oh my god, that'd be.
And that'd be great.
But oh yeah, well, my parents got upset over. Oh, jeez, what was it? I have the manga collection of Rosario Vampire.
Okay. Okay. Why were they upset about
And
that?
if you've seen the box, if you see the, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, it is a little, I guess, fan service heavy at some points, but I mean, it has a succubus in it, so it makes sense.
I mean, is the succubus like on the box art? That's why your parents are upset.
No, the problem they had was that the one scene they showed on the back was the beach, the mandatory beach episode scene part where one of the girls was wearing a bikini. That's the one thing they had a problem with.
Oh. Oh.
And it's not even like it was that bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's
just it's a
anything. I just found that it's a fun read. I really just enjoyed reading it.
Mom, Dad, let me tell you, if you think that's a problem, let me show you this scene where she gets drilled by fucking tentacles and then later gets shit on her face by a giant fucking orc, okay? Listen, it gets way worse than this.
If I wanted to show them, like, just really mess them up, I'd show Master Musume.
I do know what that one is, too. Yes, that would be an awful idea. That would be a terrible idea.
And that's, like, the running joke with some of my friends. It's just like, man, maybe I should just, like, not, like, if I really wanted to fuck them up and think I was just completely, like, if I wanted to just confirm all their suspicions about anime, I would show them that show.
Yeah, that would probably make their heads detonate. Somebody in the chat's asking, what is the deal with the pillows? I have my suspicions. Do you have yours?
I mean, I don't really see, like, I can understand, like, if you really liked one, it's kind of, I would say it's like taking the next step from getting a figure and just being like, you know what, this will be my waifu for lifeu, and I will keep them by my side forever.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, I don't know. I mean, I had...
Or they just try to get them to stand up on their own.
Yeah. It's, okay, it's a weird... I don't want to say weird. Weird's not the right word for it. It's an interesting thing when fandoms get so intense that, like, you want to collect physical representations of the object of your obsession. I was a big...
I just got, like, the only figures I have is from Persona 5.
Okay.
Just because I love that game. I spent, like, I think I'm up to 500 hours on that game.
Persona 5 is the shit, dude. That's a great game.
It's amazing. I love the... And it's got, like, I mean, some people find it a little bit, the gameplay a little bit bland, but just the soundtrack just keeps you into it. Even if the combat gets a little stale, it's just like, I just cannot get over it. Like, I could hear the same song 50 different times and not get bored of it.
Sure. But I get the idea.
Just because it's so well, and the art style is amazing in it. I love the art style.
Oh, Persona? Oh my fucking... The art direction is amazing. It really is. Those games are incredible.
That's the one game I've given, like, whenever I review, like, because I'll review certain games if I like them or dislike them, like on Steam or just like on Google and that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And Persona 5 is one of two games I've given a 10 out of 10. I'm trying to think what the other one was. God damn, what was it? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Virtual Kanejo. VR Kanejo? I don't know. It's a VR smut game.
I don't have VR, sadly.
It's a thing. So just to answer the question, I'm pretty sure, and I think Raymond G is probably right. The waifu pillows are the cushion for the pushin'. Probably. Yep. Yeah. Probably. It's to have something soft to hug.
I would never go that far.
Yeah.
I would never go that far, but like the best thing I think, like, a person can, like, the highest thing I could see somebody getting for, like, a gift for somebody that's, like, not a $200 to $300 figure would be getting them an Nendoroid.
Get them a what?
Nendoroid, or whatever they're called. They're called Nendoroids. They're, like, little figures where you can customize them a little bit. They have a bunch of different pieces. And I had one for Makoto from Persona 5.
Oh, okay.
I got, and now it just sounds really dumb because, well, for my I was planning on sending them to my now ex-girlfriend for our 6-month anniversary if we ever got to that point. So I got her 2 of her favorite character, and I mean they're not cheap. They're like $50 a piece at least.
50?
Yep. And so instead, I decided to give them to somebody I actually support on another person I support on Patreon, who absolutely loves the character and actually respect.
There you go. Hell yeah.
And it was just actually recently their birthday, so it was like, you know what, I'm a little late for your birthday, but I want to make it up to you. And I was like, I have 2. Their name is Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan.
Okay.
And he's a very popular character.
Yeah.
And so those things were not cheap. Like the cheaper one was $50. The more expensive one was about 70.
Okay.
So I spent a decent bit of money on that. I was like, you know what? All these things do is just bring up bad memories for me. Never seen the show.
Yeah, just get rid of them.
I'll just give them to you if you pay for shipping.
Yeah.
If you pay for shipping, I'll give them to you.
Spread some love.
Of course. I'll take them.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Spread some love. That's spinning some gold out of a pile of shit. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, and there you have a Discord. I'm like pretty new to it. I think yesterday was by 1 week. Like I'd been there for 1 week, but they're another cover artist, and I listened to their stuff for quite a while now.
Okay.
And so I was like, and it's just like, man, I just want to get rid of these, and I don't care who takes them as long as they like the show, like they love the show, and they're like take care of them. And I was just like, and I just went into this Discord and I was like, okay, I have 2 Levi Ackerman androids, never been opened, just want them out. And this person like just popped and was like, I'll take them. Yeah. Well, the owner of the server too, and it was like, you know what? Can't say no to that.
Fuck it, man. Well, that's cool.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we could talk about anime all fucking day if you want, man. But I am curious.
We can probably move on
now. What are some of the other hobbies that you like doing too?
The other ones which are kind of odd for weebs would be I play quite a few sports. Keep up with sports quite a bit. I'm in a men's league basketball.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I play men's league baseball, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I usually I work out, so not very common traits you see from weebs.
No.
When you think weeb, you think basement dweller, fat, doesn't go out of the house,
has a waifu pillow.
Yep. But I'm just like, and whenever I tell people, like, they're just like, oh, so what else do you like to know? They're like, oh, I play sports and I work out. And they're like, are you sure you're a weeb? Are you really sure?
Pretty
like,
sure.
In most definitions, yes, I am. Well, not by the like normal definition, I guess. Well, no, that's otaku. That word has been changed. But weeb, yes, that fits the definition.
Yeah, weeb is. I always thought weeb.
I describe him as a anime connoisseur.
Well, I always thought weebs was specifically that like a white anime fan, like an American white anime fan. Like enthusiast though, very enthusiastic.
Yes,
but not an
people
otaku.
Like once you start getting into like getting a body pillow, that's when I start calling you like an otaku.
Yeah.
That's when it's like obsession level.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I hear you. Are you a Star Wars fan at all?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. So Egghead.
Let me see.
Egghead is saying that there's a rumor that the next saga of movies will be about the High Republic, and it will take place 400 years before the Skywalker saga.
That sounds almost before prequels. Like that's
way before.
That's like EU territory.
Yeah, not quite as far back as like KOTOR, like Knights of the Old Republic, but but a ways back. You know, Yoda would probably still be alive, or would still be like 4.
I looked this up, and Yoda in the Mandalorian, he's 75 years old, which makes him a lolly. Everybody calls him baby. Everybody calls him Baby Yoda, but he's 75 years old, man.
No.
Did I ruin it for you?
It's not really Yoda though. It's
no. I know. It's just something I brought up in another Discord where it was like, you know what? Baby Yoda should be added to the lolly discussion because he's technically a lolly.
Why you gotta do me so dirty like this? What the fuck? Damn it. Damn it.
I've yet to see The Mandalorian. I have Disney Plus, but I have yet to use it.
They're saying it's confirmed that's what they're gonna do next for Star Wars? Wow, okay. You haven't seen Mando?
No, I haven't had time. Been too busy watching anime. I'm just one of those people that like to watch one show at a time.
Yeah.
So I'll like watch through one show. Like if it'll take me a while to get through one show. If like I'm not one of those people who can just sit down, watch one show all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I have to usually take a break. But I plan on finishing Elfen Lied by the end of this week. So nice hat. And then I'll probably pick up The Mandalorian because like I said, I do have Disney Plus. So
yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's very simplistic, which I think
it goes back to like Star Wars roots more or less. Like it's more Star Wars than the new saga. Or
it's very well. Okay, so spaghetti westerns were all based on old samurai epics. The original Star Wars is literally the plot is literally ripped off of an old samurai epic, and then certain aspects of it were very much influenced by spaghetti westerns. And this is like Man with No Name kind of shit. It's really fucking good. Am I distracting you with this?
No.
Okay. So I'm just saying, like, it's pretty good. Because of how like, you know, gunslingery it is. I like it a lot. It's cool. Put that away. Sorry about that.
If I would have known you would have had that, I would have worn my cowboy hat.
Oh yeah. I got one of those too. Somewhere. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, all I got is this beanie. I wear at work.
Here. I have a piece of your ethnicity's clothing. Actually.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a bit cold out. Maybe we gotta we gotta go play some sports
to
stay
30
warm.
Point buck area? Oh yeah. Oh so yeah. So.
Oh, don't
that was so good on you, bud.
That's right.
Right up here. Man. Oh
shit.
Yeah.
That's
you ready to go get that 30 point buck? You got the beer. Hop into truck.
I like how if you tie this one up, it actually kind of makes you look like what's this fucking not? Oh yeah, there's a lot of obnoxious tiny dogs. What's the ones that are like really curly haired and brown? It's not like a poodle. It's kind of like a poodle, but it's like it's grosser. It kind of makes me think like that. Oh, well. Sorry, I'm distracting. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, if I don't catch myself from doing it, like after a while of talking, I'll start going into my more like Uper accent, where I'll start like pronouncing stuff like so bag.
Yeah.
Nah. So.
Don't you know? My father's side of the family, like my whole father's side of the family, are all Upers, all of them.
Oh man, that's got to be an interesting way to keep a conversation.
It's intense, man. It's really weird. The last time I went to visit, which is tragically way too long ago, I really miss those people. They're great. They're like, oh yeah, you know, next time you come up here, you're gonna be about old enough to drink, you know, 15. So we'll take you out sometime on a Friday or a Saturday night. Oh yeah, what do you do on a Friday or Saturday night? Oh, it's great. So we ride our snowmobile down to the pub. Then we get ourselves blacked out fucking drunk, right? And then we get back on our snowmobiles, we crash them into the snowdrift, we hike home, and then we jump into sauna. It's great. What the fuck? Are you serious?
Too accurate.
Oh yeah, we go and then get a hangover breakfast when we gotta go get the snowmobile repaired in the morning. Okay, we'll do that.
Oh, I have I don't want to call them a friend or acquaintance. They graduated 1 year before me in high school, but I like played sports with them and that sort of stuff. I was kind of in the same friends group, but they texted me one morning and they were like, dude, I need your help. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, I can't find my truck. And so I was like, and I'm just like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at my house. I don't know how I got here. Like, oh boy. And he was like, well, you want to go find? He's like, let's go for a round of golf first. And so I was like, well, okay. And so we went for a round of golf. And he's like, well, I guess we might as well go look for my truck. And here is about 2 blocks away from the bar. Blacked out drunk and just like got a ride home from somebody.
Oh God. Oh man. That's wild.
But he couldn't like, and he didn't like, and he had his keys in his pocket, but he couldn't find his truck anywhere. So he was like, I don't know what happened, but let's go golfing.
That's fantastic. That's another one too. Do you like to go golfing?
That's an interesting story.
Yes, please.
I mean, I like it, but I have a problem where like I absolutely suck at golfing, and we golfed in a league, like a competitive league, and so it was like I would just get so frustrated, and like the last 2 weeks I just couldn't go because I was so frustrated.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the problem was I had just gotten new clubs, so I was just still breaking them in, and
so
I had these nights where I would like be like on the whole night, and then I had these holes where I like get like I'd like stroke like a 20.
Oh.
It was like, but my problem was consistency because like I'd hit these. The way I golf is I just hit the ball and just hit it where it lies. So I let me see if I can't find a picture and just DM it to you of like my most impressive shot I've ever made while golfing.
Okay.
And I am so proud of this shot.
Nice.
Because just to describe it, I'm sitting at the bottom of a ravine. The ravine's like straight up and down, and I have to like choke up to like the head of the club, and just like it was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna hit it, and hit it about a foot from the hole, foot from the cup.
Oh damn!
And I'm just like, how the hell did I do this?
Nice.
I can make stupidly good shots from the worst positions. I can't hit it. Like I can't hit it if I'm like direct line to the hole.
I see. Okay. It's it's all technique, and I don't know any of it. I don't know fucking any of it, to be honest. Because
this has come from somebody who went through golf lessons for 6 years.
Mm-hmm. I love doing it though. We have a shitty little golf course way out a highway in the middle of the plains that none of the rich people want to go to, so all of us like poor plebeians and drunks go to. So they don't care if I'm like blasting on my Bluetooth speaker like Led Zeppelin while I'm getting trashed and golfing. It's great. We call it dirtbag golf.
Oh, that's kind of like my where I used to work at a golf course here in town. I used to work at a golf course here in town, and yeah, that's kind of it here too. It's very much. It's not so like you don't have to dress super nice. You could just. It's like one of those things you just go out for like 2 hours to go golfing.
Yeah.
Like an afternoon out.
I like that. I like that a lot. I need to do it a lot more often. Egghead has a question for you. He wants to know.
Right.
He wants to know what you thought of Rise of the Skywalker, since I personally hated it.
I have yet to see it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give my 2 cents on it.
Okay. All right.
It's still in theaters in my area, and I probably should go see it just because it's like $8 for a movie ticket. So it's not like I'm going to be out like $15.
Yeah, no, you might as well, man. It's definitely. Oh wow! Can I share these?
Oh yeah, you can show them.
Okay, cool. Let me grab these real quick.
Yeah, that pond has like 4 inches of water, so I have like no shoe on.
Oh god!
And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it, just go for it.
The
problem was that we couldn't find my dad's ball because it's a best ball league. So each of you take a shot, and this is our best shot we had.
Oh damn! Oh wow! Why is that all fucking heat? Oh, that's such a big picture. Oh god. Hang on. I can fix this. I got this, guys. I'm a professional.
But from what I hear from Rise of the Skywalker, it's just a shitty movie.
It's not good.
It's not like it's a it'd be one thing to be a bad Star Wars movie, but it'd be another thing to just be a shitty movie.
Yeah, it's I try to be as charitable as I possibly can. Here, I'm getting the other one here in just a sec. Might act a little funky for a minute. I try to be as charitable as I possibly can, but I have to be as honest as I possibly can. It's bad, dude. It's a bad movie. And it's not just like,
Yeah,
oh, well, it's a bad Star Wars movie. Look at that fucking shot. Holy shit.
And that was for Birdie, so.
Not fucking bad, dude. Not bad. All right.
But I'm like golf. I'm stupidly good at making the worst shots. Like, I'll shoot it into the woods, like or onto another fairway, and I'll hit it onto the green the next shot. I'm good at making terrible shots.
Yeah.
The shots you shouldn't be able to make. And I'm just gonna say that's because I'm a shitty golfer, so I'm used to shooting from the woods.
Sure. Well, I mean, you know, if that's where you train in, then that's what you're good at. You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm lucky that the worst we get out at the Fiddler's Green is it turns into a swamp if it's been raining, which is pretty great because I convinced Mike the Asian Sensation to come golfing with me one time, and I didn't warn him of how muddy it was, so he wore like nice white golf clothes. And he lands it in the fucking bog, man. And me and my buddy, and we're all really fucking drunk. And we're like blasting fucking Biggie or some shit. And we're like, just hit it, Mike. You just gotta hit as hard as you can. You gotta overcome the water viscosity, man. Just hit as hard as you. Whoop. Mud everywhere. Dude is totally brown.
Well, I usually like that attire I was wearing. That's like the most, like, that's the nicest I'll ever wear for golf. Like, I'll wear like a polo and khakis.
Oh, sure.
I'm not like a super fancy golfer, so I don't like golf at country clubs or anything like that. So I don't have the money.
Recommendation: if you can get away with it and they won't kick you out, try golfing in costume. Seriously, just like
for our best ball league, it was like the last day. It was like, man, it's a shit for golfing. It was like because we golf into October, and it was an early winter this year. Like we got snow on Halloween.
Oh God. Okay.
So it was just really bad outside, and it was like, you know what? Wear whatever you want. We don't care. It's the last day, and then we were having a potluck. And that was the one day I actually got out to like be able to do golfing. It was the one day I got away like with leaving work before like 14 hours had gotten up.
Yeah.
So Damn. It was like, I was like, you know what? Screw it. And I was very tempted because oh geez, what is it? What do I own? I own a dinosaur costume.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And it just goes over, but it's not like that really big inflatable one. It's like one that just fits over my head.
Yeah.
And the thing doesn't, like, I'd have to wear like a cape in the back because it's that small on me.
Oh.
It would just be like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just have fun with it.
Yeah.
We're like, me and my dad were like middle of the pack. We tied on like every single round we played with people. So. We weren't playing for money or anything.
There is something inherently powerful when you put on a costume. There really, really is. I firmly believe this. Because day in and day out, when we're doing whatever it is in our lives, it's way too easy to get all caught up in your head. What do people think of me? Do I look okay? Am I presenting myself well? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? When you put on a fucking costume, you don't give a shit about any of that stuff. You're way more relaxed and, in fact, way more goofy and confident because I look like an idiot. What more could possibly go wrong? Fuck it, whatever. And so
and that's why I like golfing with friends instead of my dad.
Yeah.
Because like my dad, it's like I gotta like show because he's like almost 60, so I'm like, you know what? I gotta show I'm better than him because I'm younger. But it's like so then I end up trying a lot harder, and it just goes absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
Because I'm finding golfing on my own. Like my best round, which really sucked because I could only make it through half of it because it just started like out of nowhere it started thunderstorming.
Ooh, and you're
but I like
big
birdied the first 3 holes and parred the next 2.
Nice.
Like I was on pace to have like an amazing round.
Yeah, dude.
And then it just started downpouring, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And luckily, like it was whenever I worked there, so it's not like I got to golf for free whenever I worked there.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't like I was out a bunch of money, but I was like, man, I was having such a great round, and then this had to happen. And the things I was wearing were work boots, like hiking boots, like heavy jeans, and a cotton T-shirt.
Okay.
And a dirty cat hat. So it's not like I was dressed for golf.
I think you were dressed perfectly for golf. Perfectly.
Oh yeah.
I did. I
A
tried
little
to...
update on the football game. Seattle's winning 3-0 right now.
Oh really? My Hawks!
Yep.
Caca! That's cool.
See.
That makes me happy. The Pacific Northwest has had some real shit luck with fucking football lately, so any good news is pretty great.
Ever since you decided not to run it into ever since you decided not to run it in on the 1 yard line.
Look, we do not talk about that Super Bowl. We don't talk about it. Just like we do not talk about last weekend when we were right on the line about ready to score. We are paying millions of dollars for Marshawn Lynch to be back, and we don't even bring him out. We don't even bring him out. The motherfucker's name is Beast Mode. He's one of the best goddamn running backs in the entire NFL history. He's right there.
I think he had I'm pretty sure he had the most touchdowns from the 2 yard line and in that season too, from the Super Bowl.
Or ever, I don't know. He's incredible.
I know, he's that perfect guy you want for short yardage situations, but you can play him the whole game.
Let me tell you something though. That dude, is it Derrick Henry? Maybe on the Titans.
Tennessee.
Yeah, that motherfucker is so impressive.
He is a bowling ball.
What the fuck? That dude is a reincarnation of Beast Mode. Well, Beast Mode's not dead, but I might start watching more Titans games again, even though they benched my boy Mariota. Motherfuckers. But anyway, sorry, football speak. I get crazy. That fucking Super Bowl, dude.
Well, if you ever want to just rub salt in the wounds, just bring up 1998 Vikings.
Oh, I don't even know.
If you remember, that would have been the year to win the Super Bowl. We had Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Randall Cunningham, one of the most prolific offenses in the league. We had the number 1 rated offense and number 2 rated defense. We were if we made it to the Super Bowl, we were going to win. NFC Championship against the Atlanta Falcons. Best offense in the league. 1 minute left in the game. Coach decides to kneel it out to go into overtime. And then in overtime, the kicker we had that made every single, at least from what this was a year before I was born, so I might just be getting the timeline messed up, but this will haunt the Vikings forever. The kicker we had, Gary Anderson, one of the best kickers in NFL history, perfect the entire year, extra points and field goals, to send him to the Super Bowl in overtime, shanked it wide left.
Motherfucker.
Yep. And then the Atlantic picked it up and went down the field, kicked a field goal to win it. They went to the Super Bowl, got blown out by the Broncos.
Goddamn, dude, crazy shit.
And then there's the Blair Walsh in Seattle, in the NFC divisional game.
I don't remember that either.
It was the divisional game, and Blair Walsh went wide left on a field goal that would have won the game in Seattle in the divisional round in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's weird. You hear about all these.
You got kicked. After that.
You hear about all these these legendary games in NFL history where the kicker whiffs it. It would have been a thing, but the kicker whiffs it, and then you just know that behind the scenes, throughout all those years since that happened, they got a sex change. They started working as a police detective, and they're gonna kidnap a fucking dolphin, and it's gonna get real fucking weird.
Oh yeah. But I'm one of those people who cannot remember a single thing from high school very well, but I can remember the dumbest thing. I can remember the most specific things from sports. I'm one of those people who can just remember it.
That's cool. No, that's great. I'm definitely not one of those guys, so I'm always impressed when people can.
That just comes because I grew up around the sport, so I just inherently remember stuff that sticks out to me.
Oh sure. Well, and also it depends on where you live too. I live in the Pacific Northwest, but Eugene doesn't really give that much of a shit about NFL, so there's not really a lot of like community stuff around NFL. But there is about the college ball, so I don't know. It's weird, and half the town doesn't like it either because they're all a bunch of fucking hippies. Not that there's anything wrong with hippies.
I'm a Wisconsin guy all day. Badgers all the way. Even though Madison throws out some pretty crazy women, Badgers I can fuck with.
Yeah.
Not the animal, the team.
I still don't understand what's wrong with women from Madison. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's very weird.
Yeah, I know a few people who've gone to Madison. Just turn out to be the absolute biggest bitches.
Yeah.
They'll be fine until they go there, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I don't want to talk to you.
It was a girl from Madison that I was dating that told me that a missile hit the Pentagon and my dad was a fucking liar. What the
it's
fuck?
Just I think they put something in the water down there.
I guess. I don't know. I should have included that she might be an idiot.
Oh, the gay.
She had a big fucking face tattoo up here too. Like, I should have known.
I don't know about you, but Madison, UW Madison, they have a whole dorm room just for like LGBT people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And, yeah, I can't remember the exact name of the dorms, but it's like really close to the Kohl Center where the Badgers play basketball.
Oh.
And we stay like because I used to go to a conference for 4-H down there.
Mm-hmm.
And used to stay in those dorms because they were the closest to like the food hall, like one of the food halls, and it was just like a good area for like it had a big quad and all that sort of stuff.
Hell yeah!
And the dorm room, like the door floors, were called Rainbow, Frisbee, Faggot, and
what?
I can't remember the last one. Yes.
Oh no!
I don't know how. I think that. Yeah, they had that on a bulletin board, and this is for like middle schoolers.
What?
The first time I read it was like, yes. I think they changed it by now because the next year I went there, it changed. But my first year down there, one of the floors was called Fag.
Oh no, that's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh no.
I'm guessing it was a prank. I'm guessing it was a prank because I mean it wasn't like an official like document. It was just something on the board.
Yeah. God damn.
It was just like,
wow.
Oh man, it was something.
Whew. Yikes.
Many laughs were had that night.
I guess. Damn. I don't know. College campuses are weird, man. Each and every single one of them has something really unique and fucking weird about it. University of Oregon here.
The one my sister goes to, which is a smaller one, all of them have cows. It's a very agriculture-heavy school, and all of them have cows.
Like every person going there has a cow?
Pretty much, yeah. Like it is a very agriculture-heavy like thing, and like everybody has cows except for my sister and like one of her friends.
Aww. Well, now you know what to get her for Christmas.
No, I'm not getting her a damn cow. She doesn't. She can have the cat if she wants to support animal.
That's fair. Yeah. No, University of Oregon has an underground, which is really, really weird. Yeah, the dormitories and some of the main centralized administration buildings are all in this big chunk, and then if you actually get into one of those buildings, like I used to when I was way younger, you can go down into the basement. And the basements are all connected through tunnels. And it's the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah.
It sounds like my hometown, because we used to have an underground, like, tunnel system where it would connect all the, like, the small businesses.
Oh.
They would go in through the back. Like, they blocked it off now, but you used to be able to, like, sneak down there. But they used to just have, like, a subway staircase, like, right on the main street.
Yeah.
Where you just, like, if there's nobody around, you just walk down there and you could just explore the tunnels of the city.
Crazy. What the fuck? Yeah. That's weird.
I'm guessing that's where all the heroin came from.
That's probably a good guess, yeah.
My town has a pretty bad problem with heroin. Not even gonna lie.
Oh,
heroin and meth.
There's only 2,000 people in your town. How much heroin and meth could there be?
Okay, I want you to look up something.
Okay.
And that is where I'm living now. Look up most dangerous city in Wisconsin per capita, and there will be a list. And my town is number 1. Right now, I'm living in a town of 10,000, so it's bigger now. But...
Oh, okay, okay. Oh shit!
Let's see.
Wow.
Nope, not number 1 anymore. Where are we? We're number 4 now.
Okay.
We're number 4.
Are you looking
state.
at? Are you okay?
A town of 8,000 people. 9th in violent crimes and 10th in property crimes.
Wow. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
It's insane.
Holy shit. 1 in 27.3 chance of being a victim of crime in 2018. What the fuck, man? Wow.
Oh yeah, the I live right behind a pawn shop in that town, in that city, and one night it just got broken into. Didn't hear a single thing about it until my sister, who didn't even live there, just like, oh yeah, the pawn shop got robbed. It's like, good thing to know. We live literally right behind it.
I like how there's a review. It's talking about how god awful the crime is and everything. It's like, it's the absolute best place to be a kid at. Beautiful surroundings and very friendly people, all looking out for one another. Barely locked a door and never seen drugs. Uh-oh. I think that person. I think that person's reviewing from nostalgia. Ooh.
Well, I'm from the town across the bay, so and that place had like no crime. So like you get like 1 burglary every like year. That's like the most. So that place is fine for kids to grow up.
Sure.
But Ashland, where I'm living now, that I could have taken a job at that school as a custodian for like $3 more an hour.
Sure.
And I just said no. I ain't doing it. And it's another. And I mean, I drive 20 minutes to work.
Sure.
And it would have been like a 1-minute drive for me if I went to that school.
Yeah. I
don't want to deal with a bunch of drug using kids.
Yeah. I lived in the ghetto of Portland when there still was a ghetto in Portland. There isn't anymore. And I lived in the ghetto of Eugene, the worst part of Eugene. Never had any fucking problems. I moved out of the worst neighborhood in Eugene, and within like a month, I had a crackhead try and break into my fucking house, and I had to pull a shotgun on her. It's crazy shit. It's crazy. I don't know. Have you had any run-ins with because it sounds shitty, but like, have you had any crazy run-ins with crime out there?
No, not really. But I usually I don't spend my time using the nightlife. I'm not quite old enough to go to bars.
Okay.
We're starting to crack down on underage now, but I guess the worst I've had is some dude threatened to stab me at a party one time.
That's some shit. Oof.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely been there a couple of times.
Nobody liked the guy either. Nobody knew where he came from. He just kind of showed up, and so then he got absolutely wasted. He was like, "I'm gonna stab you if you insult, or if you say anything bad about me, I'm gonna stab you." He was like, "Oh boy."
I've never been stabbed by a guy. I have been stabbed by 2 different women though.
Yeah, underage.
I don't know. It's a thing, man. It's a thing. Surprisingly, neither of them were from Madison.
Oh man. Wouldn't be surprised they're from Milwaukee though.
Oh Jesus Christ! I know.
I stay away from this. If I go to the southern part of the state, I won't go to Milwaukee. I've never been to Milwaukee and don't ever plan on going.
I might go to Milwaukee this year. There's one of those free speech conventions happening there again.
Ooh, MythCon?
Nah, they're not calling it MythCon. I don't know what they're calling. They're calling it calling it some god awful stupid name, but it's MythCon.
Well, if it's so it'd be this year, huh? Well,
yeah.
If you do decide to go, DM me and I'll take a trip. I got vacation days.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I gotta be able to drink, but I'll be able to hang out.
I'll go. I'll go if they pay for my plane ticket. I'll show up, and then I'll just scream at people on stage. I'm really good at that. I've done it before. It's fun.
Oh man, I know. Like going like kind of change topics to kind of something more like that.
Sure.
I used to be a huge fan of Sargon.
Oh no.
God. I used to be a huge fan back in like my junior and senior year of high school.
I was a big fan of Sargon
at that time. It was like a huge, like there was nobody else talking about that sort of stuff, and it was like,
yeah,
it was just like, man, and he had like actually somewhat entertaining content with like This Week in Stupid,
yeah,
where it was actually like somewhat informational and still funny, like,
and it was
you saw like the funniest articles.
Fun too. It was informative, and it was fun. I like that too.
Yes, because it was stupid articles. It wasn't like we're saving the West. Like he kind of has that attitude now.
Yeah.
The point I stopped watching him was when he started really getting involved with UKIP. Because it was like, man, now you're like a political advocate.
It doesn't translate well. It really doesn't translate well. The internet culture does not translate well into normie culture. Like, we can hear a really, really crass, like, ironic joke, but when a normie hears that, they don't hear a joke. Like, they're not gonna split that.
I went to my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she was very much a normie.
Yeah,
I have your humor where it's a lot more edge lord, and she's just like, yeah, no making no being a shit poster in her server.
Yeah.
And so I say that for other servers. I mean,
so when
I was able to control myself.
When I heard that, like, anytime I've heard anybody who goes from YouTube and tries to like get into politics or anything like that, it's a terrible idea. It's a fucking awful idea. Terrible. Joey Salads is trying to run for Congress.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Was he the YouTube prankster who tried to like run for Congress?
Yes, he's still trying to run for Congress.
What the hell?
There's a video of him drinking.
What are you gonna say for like your resume? Oh man, I used to be a YouTuber. I'm really I can really do well for this job. I spent years on YouTube faking pranks.
Faking racially charged pranks too. It was totally fine. There's a video of him not drinking his pee, literally pissing into his own mouth. And there's a photo. Actually, I think there's a video of that too, of him literally in a brown shirt, military uniform with a fucking Nazi armband. Granted, it was a joke. It was a prank, bro. Normies aren't gonna care. They're not gonna fucking care.
Unless you're Justin Trudeau with blackface.
Yeah, dude. The only reason why that doesn't matter is because he's already in office. But if that had come out before, he would have never gotten in. Like, he just can't do it. That's why I'm never gonna try and run for public office. Holy shit.
That's why I actually I stopped watching like a whole bunch of other YouTubers other than like Shoe on Head, Armored Skeptic, Chris Raygun, and you. Those are the only people I watch from that time in my life because, well, Greg, he just like talks about conspiracy theories, which is just always interesting to hear about.
Yeah.
Shoe just is fun to watch.
She's just great.
I love her content.
Yeah, she's just great. Chris is great.
And Chris, even though he's he just had like his content's just so well made.
And you know what's really funny?
And then you don't talk about political stuff, and I'm just like, nah, fuck yeah, I'm not doing that shit anymore.
The only time you'll ever catch me talking anything political is when I'm like making fun of it or shitting all over it, ironically, because I think politics.
The only time I ever heard you really talk about politics was after the New Zealand shooting.
Right. Yeah.
Where you went, like, you and Nick did that whole stream, like, you ended your stream just talking about that.
Yeah.
And it was talking about, like, the circumstances around it, not, like, I don't think you ever mentioned the shooter's name once. It wasn't one of those kind of things. It was just talking about why it was a problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, the thing that's crazy about the Christchurch shooting was where he hung out and where he posted his manifesto was also the image board where my address got posted over and over again. Details about my family were posted, like where like all sorts of crazy shit. From there is where I got like emails from people threatening to cut my fucking head off, cut off my kid's head, all sorts of crazy shit. So like, these political things, they do mean something, and they do mean something to me. But wait, I don't huff my own fucking farts anymore and pretend that me as a YouTuber really have that much value to fucking talk about it. But like, if we're all talking about it, then we're having a conversation, and that's fine. But like, these people who get up there on the soapbox and just jack off in front of everybody on their YouTube channels, fuck you. I hate that shit. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, like the only person who I actually watch who does that now is probably Sargon, but I know like people, he's like, he did a whole video like shitting on Chris Reagan because he doesn't own the left anymore.
Did he really?
Like V. Laveau or something like that. Louis Laveau.
Oh, Louis Laveau
Chris did a video
yeah.
a
my
while
god,
ago.
yeah. No, I do remember. I do
he talked
remember
about
that.
like SJWs hate him.
Well, see, and here's the thing. Here's what's really funny. Out of the whole skeptic anti-SJW community, we're all still friends, except the people who still talk about politics. They're all over there, and nobody likes them. They're all the people. They're all the kids in class who shit their pants. Nobody wants to hang
liberalists.
out. The liberalists, yeah. Nobody wants anything to do with them. All the rest of us, we all still hang out. Yeah. Like I was just talking to Chris like the other day, and like it's stupid. It's silliness. But whatever, man. It's fine.
Oh my god! But the whole thing with Sargon that you got into, with that whole like parody you did on this channel, on this channel.
Yeah, he got
oh
really
my
mad.
God, that was hilarious. He was pretty salty about that.
Lighten up,
everybody's comments.
Lighten up, Carl. What the fuck? Come on, man.
You're not saving the West. You can't. You're too old. I see that gray in your beard.
I think he looks very distinguished. He's a very handsome man. All right. So anyway, enough.
Okay. Yes. We got that out of the way.
You're gonna get me in trouble. No, you're not. It's fine. I get me in trouble. I'm a professional.
I'm not helping to get you back on Twitter.
I need to come back. I'll figure it out. I'll be back soon.
Oh my god, you're missing out. I just remember your Instagram story of Dave Rubin's tweet.
I started having an aneurysm reading that. Like, oh, how am I not on Twitter to talk about this? Oh, he made a dad joke about destabilization in the Middle East. Ah! I thought I was gonna die, man. I have a real problem. And I'm not, and you know what's worse too? I'm not drinking right now, so I'm even more like high-strung and ready to get really angry on people. So yeah, hashtag free pee pee poo poo. Resist, Missy Ann. Thank you. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else you wanna touch on that we may not have had a chance to?
What do you got? What's left in the DM? We kind of just went on one and just kind of went from there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how it usually goes. It makes for a better conversation. I was gonna ask if you had an embarrassing story you were willing to share, and if there's anything else in specific you wanted to discuss.
I think it's an embarrassing story. I know I probably have a few, but I just can't think of them because they're probably like I've got a couple like just stories from back when I was in middle school when I started becoming an edgy teenager.
Like what kind of edge are you talking about here?
Like I'm talking
like
goth it's middle school edge. Like it's more like you just shit on the people you hate with no regard for the consequences.
Yeah, that's true. At least you weren't wearing guy liner and chains.
No, I wasn't that far.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I was one of those people who just like everybody tried to look like. There were certain people in like middle school where you were just like, these were the people you wanted to date and that sort of stuff. Or like these are the popular people. I was like, fuck that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be me. I'm just gonna say screw you.
Good.
At that time, but like I couldn't fully like distinguish myself from them because, as I said, I played sports, and part of that is you kind of have to hang out with the athletic people, which usually are a little more popular. But my biggest problem from high school was I never made good friends. I made acquaintances. Nobody I'm gonna like look back on in like our 5-year anniversary, but I really miss talking to this person.
Right.
They're all gonna be like, it would be like, it's nice to see you every once in a while, but I'm not gonna miss you.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That frees you up
And because
to
of
be
that,
ready.
like, well, yeah, but the problem is that I don't like after high school. And if you work like full time in a job where everybody's like a decade older than you,
Yeah,
it's hard to make friends. It's hard to make friends.
it's true. It's not impossible. I really, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that if you're getting to that point where you're ready to make that plunge and get out of town, like I think you should. The world is impossibly huge. Until you get to see enough
Oh,
of
yeah.
it, then it starts to feel
That's
smaller.
why I
But
want like
so much. To
once
see.
one after my first year of college, I was like, geez, I can't. There's nothing to do here. And after like getting like starting with Discord and meeting like new people from all over, it was like, Jesus, I'm living in like a dying area with nothing to do compared to these people.
Yeah.
It's like I want to experience what else is out there. Like I'm a huge nerd. Like I just started a D&D campaign with Ryder.
Yeah.
Ryder
Yeah.
has a D&D server, and I started a beginner one and I'm in a beginner one on his because it's my first D&D campaign.
Oh.
And it's just like, but the problem is that nobody around my area ever did that sort of thing growing up. So it was like, because I had just like my generation, like because I was born 99, 2000, my grade. We had like PlayStation 2s and that sort of stuff, Xbox 360s. We didn't have tabletop stuff.
True.
That's when like all that stuff started becoming more and more like it was a lot more accessible because it wasn't as like expensive to get.
Okay, that's fair.
It was like I had a hand-me-down PlayStation 2 and hand-me-down 360, so it's not like my family's not rich by any means, but it's just like I had that opportunity to not like you didn't get together with friends and be like, we're gonna start a D&D campaign every day of this week or like every day of this week.
It does seem like these days it's kind of harder to find a real life group of friends that you can kind of gather into an activity like a D&D campaign.
Which is why I absolutely love Discord, because it's like you get to meet people, like especially if you get in servers where it's very much focused on a certain interest. Everybody in this server already has something in common. Like I'm in a lot of Discords where it's anime related, so it's like we all have that one thing in common. We all like anime. Then you find people who kind of have similar like genre interests to you, and then it's like then you find people who kind of share your personality, and it's like, hey, you know what? I get along with you.
Hell yeah.
And
man.
some of them are like, well, one of them who also like me in a few years are planning on moving out. They're from New Mexico. They're like,
right.
Screw it. If you like decide you want to live with another weeb and want to get out of there, screw it. I'm planning on moving out myself. We can just move in together.
See, I always thought
it was like, well, yeah, and it's like, well, we'd have to think about it a little more than that, because I'd be coming either from Wisconsin to New Mexico, or you'd be coming up to Wisconsin. It's like, it's still a few years out of the way, but it's just like those are the kind of things like you don't find like unless it's online almost, because you can't interact with people from all over the place unless it's online.
That's one of the reasons why Discord is just so badass. It took me a while to get sold on it. I initially was talked into it because somebody said I was gonna get tons of hot nudes, but all I ever got was Creamsicle constantly harassing me and sending me fucked up pictures. So, yep, that's what I got.
I'm not gonna comment on that because I've had a few people on here and I received a few things. Just
fair enough.
Just gotta find the right servers.
Well, I think that's about. We pretty much filled up all the rest of our questions.
Oh yeah.
I will say that I'm excited to see where you're gonna go next, especially after all this.
Well,
man.
I still plan on watching all your videos and all that. With work, I've kind of had to miss out on quite a few streams because it's right in my work day.
I've been trying to figure out.
I try to pop in every now and again.
Well, I've been trying to figure out how to do the patron streams because they don't like Hangouts is obviously still working, It's one of the reasons why I
Yeah.
wanted to do this today with Hangouts, is to see if it was even still operational. So I got to figure those out. But you know what?
I know Discord has it. If you get your server boosted up to level 1, you can do like group calls, like group video calls.
Yeah.
But other than that, you'd have to do like a private group call, because then you can do like actual video calls, from what I know, like in a
okay.
DM group.
I got it. We're all gonna do it on Plex Storm. We're all gonna get naked. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, no.
No? Okay. All right. Well, it's a thought.
Depends on the night.
If you make it out to the Pacific Northwest, you and I are gonna go golfing. Or if I make it out to the Wisconsin area, we'll go golfing.
Or I'll take you out on Lake Superior on my boat.
That would work too. All right.
If you want to just do a chill time fishing or just roaming around, we can do that.
That sounds
Lake
amazing.
Superior is amazing to be on.
Hell yeah.
A little update: Seattle's up 10-3.
Fly Hawks
Going
fly.
into the second half. Going
Fuck
into
you,
the
Eagles.
halftime.
It's a bird fight right now. All right, so stick around for a sec, Donnie. But to everybody who's watching, thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. Shout out to some of the DP family that came over to hang out with us too. What's up, guys? But yeah, this has been Donnie, fascinating person, and indulging me in getting in something that I enjoy greatly, which is finally getting a chance to learn more about somebody else, because otherwise everybody's just watching my dumbass.
This is the first real big bright spot from this 2 years, so I'm happy to be here.
Fuck yeah. Right on. Well, you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.